Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show.
Three, two, one, ready, go.
And here we are back again. Back in the hot seat, so to speak. It turns out my camera is going through some real emotional stuff. It says error 8 or error 80 on it, something like that. It's just like a generic Canon camera error. And when you look for some way to fix it, pretty much everything says, well, it could mean that there's some dust on your lens, or it could mean that your camera's dead forever. So I'm really not sure what the problem is, and Scare to Care is going on right now, so I can't use Gerard's cameras. So guess what? We're back here. We're back here again in the white vans. So whatever, F it. Let's just talk about some stuff. Okay, so for our first piece of news, Battleborn has a new, Battleborn, I think is what they call them in the game. I don't know, she's like a cute waterbender, and she apparently cares a lot about how she looks. I'm actually really disappointed because, okay, she looks like a very fun character to play. I was looking at her abilities. I was like, yes, those seem very straightforward. I think I could wrap my mind around that. You got a little bit of support going on. You got some all right, I drop this thing here and then it happens. I'm into that. I'm into all of that. My problem is that no matter what character it is, they keep working in these, I'm such a badass lines. And I'm like, I get it. You're all fighting. So obviously you have some, battle competence, right? Or confidence, as it were. But I don't need every character to be that way. Literally every single character is, ready to flip you off or tell you how badass they are all the time. And I'm like, I don't need I would have been perfectly fine with Alani being a character who is just kind of ditzy, but also a competent fighter. I don't need her to get super aggro, right? I would be actually really delighted with a character who is not super aggro at this point. But yeah, she looks very fun to play. They've actually already teased the other dude. There's another dude that you'll get to play in a while. I think that they have 5. Yeah, there are 5 additional heroes that are going to be coming out over time if you have bought into the season pass DLC sort of an idea with Battleborn, then you will get all of them a little bit early. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just need variety, and not variety in how they look necessarily. I need variety in personalities, and I feel like we're not really getting that. We're getting flex. We're getting flex of different people, but they all, for the most part, just have the exact same personality, and I'm not about that. No Man's Sky is officially delayed until August, which some hardcore No Man's Sky fans have been pretty upset about. Upset enough that when it was just a rumor that it was going to be delayed, they got really aggressive. Really aggressive with the people who were claiming it. I don't understand why we have such a problem with this. Somebody who is a journalist of some description will say, oh, apparently there's a rumor that this game is going to be delayed. And then suddenly all of the fans, all of the super intense fans are like, you're wrong and I hope that you die. Guys, man, we have a really bad rep right now. Not helping with that bad rep. Anyway, in the end, it turned out that yes, No Man's Sky is delayed until August 9th. I believe, so it has been confirmed. Some people are actually on the other side of this saying, I've been really excited for this game to come out, and I'm frustrated that a bunch of different websites had to post that there was a rumor it was coming out late before they actually admitted that it was coming out late. As we approached our final deadlines, we realized that some key moments needed extra polish to bring them up to our standards. I have had to make the tough choice to delay the game for a few weeks to allow us to deliver something special. It's an ambitious game. Everybody knows No Man's Sky is a very ambitious idea, a very ambitious game, and I think there's already some concern that it's not going to live up to the expectations of people who are really hoping for something just brilliant, right? So I understand them being a little hesitant to say, oh, this game is coming out late. But everybody already is kind of the mindset that if we have to wait a little while longer so that those expectations can be met just a little bit more, that's fine. And if you're one of those people who got so upset about it that you sent death threats to journalists, well, here, I got this for you. Just for you. Here you go. Boop, boop, boop. Whether that was me suffocating you with a tiny tissue or dabbing up your tears is really up to your own imagination. And somehow we've come full circle and now I'm the one giving death threats. Look, all the heat's off of you now. It is a very good year for Dragon Quest fans. We've got the remake of 7 and 8. Even though I'm saying 1 and 2 with my fingers, I promise it's 7 and 8. And also, we have Dragon Quest Builders coming to the West, which is apparently a very fun Dragon Quest in Minecraft game. I actually know quite a few people who imported this game and found it quite delightful because, you know, it makes sense for anybody who's a fan of Dragon Quest to say, you know what, this might not ever come to the West, so I'm just gonna buy it and see how it goes. I think Dragon Quest Heroes actually did not do very well here, but I hope that we get Dragon Quest Heroes too. Because the first one did very well in Japan, right? And I don't think that there was any sort of a real push for the first one. Dragon Quest Builders, I think, could do really well just because, you know, everybody loves, I'm gonna build stuff and I'm gonna destroy stuff games. And I want the Dragon Quest franchise to, like, build up a bit better here now. Because we have all of these games that are having the opportunity to come here, if the franchise could latch on to a younger market through Dragon Quest Builders, that would be fantastic. And get this, it's coming out not only for PS4, but also the Vita. Yeah, that's right, the Vita isn't dead. Get wrecked. And you know, I think that it's really easy to react to a game like this with, God, when are they gonna start building with things other than cubes? But I feel like there have been so many survival crafting games that have come out recently that we have lots of kind of dynamic destruction games of some sort, right? We have so many games that are doing this tear stuff down, build stuff back up, that there are options for pretty much anything that you're looking for. I think just games that are a bit more, I don't know, adorable. Games that are a bit more adorable looking. I think that those are the ones that everyone groups together in their minds. And they don't necessarily think of games like Ark as being the same genre, but they kind of are though. There's just, you know, the scary or more intense version with dinosaurs. And then there's the version that has adorable skeletons and cubes everywhere. But they really are all the same genre. Think about it. Think about it. It's kind of like when I argue for the fact that Dark Souls is really just Zelda, but it's really hard. Anyway, I'm excited for Dragon Quest Builders. If you have a child who really loves like build 'em up and tear 'em down games, sandbox games of some sort, then maybe think about getting them Dragon Quest Builders, because there are lots of Dragon Quest games that are really, really fun and really well made, and I would love it if that franchise did better over here. So help me to achieve my dream by buying your child a game, or buying it for yourself. You know what? F it. You don't need a kid. You got you. You got you, and your heart needs to be filled with weird blocks too. A new trailer for Mighty No. 9 came out, and it's fucking terrible. Okay, look, it's not terrible, but it's like, it's bad in all of the ways that are embarrassing. If that makes sense. It's like, okay, if you were on Twitter or Tumblr or what, like just any social media where people can shitpost, right? If you were anywhere on there when this trailer came out, you probably noticed people making pizza jokes. It's because all of the explosions just look like weird pizza. But that's not even the bad part for me. That's not like the bad part for me. The game looks okay, honestly. I've heard that the controls are like pretty tight. Is it a spiritual successor to Mega Man? Maybe in some ways. I think that the way that the game looks like it plays, like the combos and everything, not entirely convinced. Honestly, not entirely convinced that it is a Mega Man game, like in the now. Here's the thing that I don't understand. This line specifically.
And make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night. In a game with like anime style characters. Excuse you, I will cry on prom night because I'm having so much fun. It's like such a weird marketing angle. Like, who are they going for? Who are they going for right now? What demographic exactly are they like, we need to hit? these assholes. The whole journey for this game from Kickstarter to fruition has been such a like disaster piece. It's been so disappointing to the people who have kickstarted it, and I think this trailer specifically kind of showcases how much they're missing their market, like how much they don't understand who is going to be buying this game. And I find that to be just so sad. So for those of you who are in this like weird edgy market who watched this video and were like, yeah, I want this game. Great, they got you. Good job. For the rest of us who were like, what? Might have lost us with this trailer if we were gonna play it. I don't know which side I'm supposed to be on. Which side was I on last time? I feel like I was on this side last time, but then I'm like, no, this feels right. Whatever. We'll go over here. So, Dishonored, they're gonna do the whole, like, let's mix lots of different multimedia thing. They're gonna get comics and novels because we're waiting a little while for Dishonored 2, right? They're trying to flesh out the universe, which has been kind of like, that's been a running through line for a lot of different franchises right now. It's working very well for Overwatch. Obviously, everybody loves the animated shorts. That was Blizzard looking at, what they do right, and they were like, we should probably make, like, some cartoons. Worked out. Good idea. I've also read every issue of the comic. Also a good idea. All of these tie-ins that help flesh out a world that people are really interested in. Primo. It works for Star Wars, and I think it's going to work great for Dishonored, because at the end of Dishonored, everyone was like, but there's so much world left, right? Like, but I barely got to explore this obviously vast world of this game. So I think for them to say, all right, this is a franchise where this is going to work, where we can make novels and we can make comics, and they're going to tie in and flesh out the world and help people get super jazzed for the next game. Smart, man. Smart marketing. So, all right, so the game takes place like 15 years after the first game, right? So all of this stuff is happening in between. I think it looks like comic series is going to take place 12 years with Corvo after his first trip to Dunwall. And then issue 1 is going to launch on August 3rd. There will be 2 more in September and a concluding one in October. And then all of them are going to be like tied together in November sometime. They're going to be released as like a trade paperback. Yeah, November 29th. 2016, the graphic novel collection. So there's going to be 4 issues total that I'll get slapped together. And yeah, we're also getting a 3-part novel series in September. So got a lot to look forward to, a lot to devour in terms of information for Dishonored. And like I said, people really, really loved the first one to the point where they're like, there's so much left. I can't, please, what? So it was no surprise when they decided that they were going to make a Dishonored 2. It was just disappointing to have so much world left to explore and no way to explore it other than like weird fan fiction. And yeah, as a reminder, Dishonored 2 is going to be coming out November 11th. So this stuff is literally going to lead right up to the doorstep of the second game coming out, which is primo. Makes a whole lot of sense. I think that this marketing campaign is going to work out really, really, really well. So keep an eye out for that stuff, yeah? At the time that I am making this, I have no idea how much money Camp Kesem is going to be getting from Scare to Care. But guess what? I'm going to be editing this at a time when I will know exactly how much money we made from Scare to Care. So I'm going to put that right here. How much money did we make from Scare to Care? Let's find out. It's that. It's whatever that number is. It's already like an awesome amount of money. So I'm sure that this amount of money is going to be great. It's for a camp that kids can go to when their family is being plagued by cancer. I think that it's awesome. They do really good work. Vernon has been supporting them for years, Vernon and his brother. So they put together Scare to Care, make a lot of money for it every year. They go as like counselors to it. So they find it to be a really, really good, wonderful thing to exist in the world. So I'm going to be going and being part of that tonight. And yeah, this number is apparently, that's the number. Anywho, that's been my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to watch my live streams, they happen at twitch.tv/dexterity-bonus. I'm now streaming 5 days a week. What? 5 days a week? That's cray. And it's pretty great. It's pretty excellent. I enjoy it quite a bit. So I would love it if you would come and hang out for that. Also, I don't know. be good, be well, live awesomely, be excellent to each other, party on, dude, and I'll see you next week. Okay, great, bye. Mwah. You're wrong, and I hope that you die.